Aloha from the beautiful state of Hawaii. My name is Kalana Johnson, and I am the owner of KJC Travel, as well as a bronze consultant with Evolution Travel. Today, I want to talk to you about beating the excuses and just doing it. What does that mean, and what am I talking about? Just doing it is talking about starting your own home based travel business. Beating the excuses. That's kind of self explanatory. Today, I want to talk about some excuses that we give ourselves and give others as to why we can't start a home based travel business. Many of them I have heard, many of them were some of my excuses that I overcame. And I want to just talk to you about them for a little bit, and maybe I can help you in moving forward towards your own home based travel business. So let's get right into it. So the very first one I want to talk about is the $69.95 maintenance fee. If you know anything about our program, Evolution Travel's startup fee is $49, and then we pay $69.95 a month for our vendor access, websites, errors and omissions insurance, and training access as a maintenance fee. And a lot of individuals have no issue with doing the $49 startup, but they're worried about being able to afford that $69.95 maintenance fee. So that's a really number one excuse I get a lot. And so I want to share with you how easy it is to overcome that. Now, let me first just say, because someone is looking at this and saying, I'm on a budget, I'm on a fixed budget, and she's not going to tell me because she doesn't understand. Wrong. I do understand because I am on a fixed budget as well. There's a limited amount of income coming into the house that I'm budgeting on for my husband and I and our two children. So I get it. I completely understand. However, what you have to do is look at that fee and just kind of break it down. Instead of looking at it as $69.95 coming on, in my case, the 31st of the month. 31st of the month, $69.95, and I've already got all of my other bills. My house is due, my utilities are due. I get it, because that's how all of our bills are set. So you have to kind of step back and break it down. So when I broke it down, $69.95 if you're paid semi-monthly or bi-weekly. In our case, we're semi-monthly because my husband is in the military. So that is $34.98 every 2 weeks, or semi-monthly because if you know, military is paid first and 15th. Okay. So we broke it down that way because that's what's feasible and what works for our budget. But say you're a weekly person and you need to break it down to a weekly idea. That's $17.49 per week to accommodate and make sure that you have it at the time it's time to roll. That's still doable. If you're a person that's like, well, I'd rather, have that little jar and I'm a person that can just, set aside a little day. There's a lot of people that are like that. And, I can put it in a little jar, I can put it here and set it aside or savings account, whatever. $2.33 per day for 30 days gives you $69.95 covered when it's time to pay for it. So when you think about it that way, like I said, the $69.95 being non affordable is an excuse. It is completely doable. It just may mean that you have to budget. Okay? All right. So let's look at the next one. The next one was my big one. I am not good at selling. I'm not a salesperson at all. I really don't like selling. I really don't. I just have never been good at doing it. The good thing with the travel business is that it really does sell itself. If you stop and think about it, people are already ready to plan their vacations for the year, their honeymoons, their weddings, family reunions. They're already going to do it. So you're not selling them on traveling. They've already decided they're going to do it. You are actually doing one thing. You're selling them on yourself. You are showing them why, instead of them worrying about going through all these different websites to try to book it and find the lowest price themselves, you're showing them why if they work with you, you got all that covered for them. The value of you is what you're selling. And so when it comes to the value of me, I know me. I'm comfortable with me. So it's not a problem then for me because now I'm looking at it going, I'm not selling a product of travel. I'm selling Kalana, which is the same thing if you stop and think about it that you do when you go and apply for a job. To get that job, you have to sell you. Think of it that way, and that excuse goes away, which is what happened in my case. All right. The next one is I hear a lot of people say, but I do not want to have to post on my personal Facebook profile. Guess what? Nobody said you had to. You are your own business owner, which means you dictate, you run the entire show. If you never ever want to post anything on Facebook, you don't have to. It is not required of you. You do it how you want to. And there are so many other avenues that are there that you can use to sell yourself and promote yourself. It's up to you what you want to do. There's Pinterest, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's email marketing. Then there's some that people call old fashioned business cards and flyers, mail outs, television ads, radio ads, newspaper ads, and the best one of all, word of mouth. You don't ever have to touch your personal Facebook profile unless you choose to do so. So that's that excuse covered. All right. Number 4 kind of goes along with that. I don't want to have to spam my family and friends. I don't want to have to ask my family and friends about traveling. You don't have to. Again, you run your business. You do your business the way you want to do your business. So if you never want to actually promote to your family and friends, you don't have to. Because in the reality, to be super successful and to really expand your business, you're going to have to go outside of your family and friends, unless you have a super duper large family that is always traveling and can sustain you on just them alone. But most people don't. So you're going to need to meet other people. You're going to need to travel and talk to other people. And you're going to need to provide value for other individuals. So as you can see, you don't need to spam your family and friends. Why? There's no reason to do so. Now, if you choose to continuously market to your family and friends, that is your choice. It is your business. Okay? So again, that's another excuse. All right? The 5th excuse I get is I don't think I have time to do this. And I completely understand that one. Let me talk about myself for a minute. I am a stay-at-home mom. I am a military spouse, which means my husband can go at any time. He's in the Navy. And we have 2 small children. We have a 2-year-old and we have a 5-month-old. I also run an in-home daycare. I take care of other people's children 13 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So when you were talking about not having time, Kalana really doesn't have a lot of spare time. But there are so many tools that I have found in the marketplace and just online. Some are free, some have small paid options. Some things I've learned to do just with what's already built into my computer that assist me in covering the time aspect. Even within like Facebook, if you were doing Facebook post, even whether it's on your, now it doesn't do it on your personal profile, which if you're like me, you really didn't want to do it on the personal profile anyway, but it will allow you to schedule posts. So I can sit there on a Saturday night and schedule every post that's going to hit my page for the next week. Done. I don't have to worry about it. There are also different services. I actually use OneUp, which is one that will post to various social medias as well as it posts to my Google business page. Again, I can sit there on Saturday night, map out everything I want it posted, what day, what time, what's posting, put it all in there, tell it where to post it. It handles it for me. So now what maybe took me a couple hours on Saturday night through the week though has posted 24 hours a day for me. Okay, so that's time management. And there's a lot of tools that will enable you to do those things that take the time part out of it. So again, that's just an excuse. When it all boils down to it, and some people are going to say this sounds, gosh, that's, she went really straightforward with it. But the reality is we make time for what we want to make time for. That's the reality. I have all of these obligations within my home life. But if I want to go to a movie, I make time to do it. I figure it out. I get a babysitter. I'm going to do whatever, or my husband's keeping the kids. If I want to go, I'm going. Okay. If I want to go to a concert, I'm going, right? I'm going to save the money to go. I'm going to have my new outfit on that I want to wear. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm getting my nails done. I'm getting my pedicure. I'm going to whoever's going with me. We done corresponded. Maybe I'm getting a hotel, a limo, whatever it is I want for that night. I am going to make it happen both financially and as well as time. So we can do what we want to. The question is, do you really want to? That's what it boils down to, because the rest is an excuse. Okay. The very last two, well, actually, before I get to the last one, there's one more. The other one is I'm not very tech savvy, which is very understandable. Today's digital world, everything's digital, everything's online, and sometimes that can be very overwhelming if you're not a person that's very technologically savvy. And I completely understand that. The great thing about Evolution Travel, and it's something that you hear us say over and over from the leadership all the way down, is that you are in business for yourself, but you are never by yourself. What we mean by that is there is always someone available to help you. And that is the realization that you come to when you get into the company in terms of technological stuff. There's always someone. We've got people that are able, to do flyers in a hot second. There's people that can show you, you're saying, I want to do a PowerPoint presentation. They like, I got this for you. I can even put in a template and all you got to do is go for it. There's also, the opportunity with the actual company itself, pre-made flyers that all you have to do is customize it with your name and business card or whatever. There are so many different options available that if that is your sole reason for not signing up, let me tell you myself, I got you on that. I am technologically savvy. You sign up, I got you covered. Everything you need there, I got you. Okay. That's the realization of it, because that's what it's about. It's about helping each other, and that's the family atmosphere that we have. So if that's your excuse, is I'm not good with tech stuff, I say to you, don't worry about that. We got you. Okay? You take that first step and we've got you. Now, the very last one is one that deals with the very heart of the company and what we are built around and who we are. And it's one that you get a lot of people say, I think it's a pyramid scheme, or my friend told me don't do this because it's a pyramid scheme, or someone else told me it's a get rich scheme. Let me clarify for you. First and foremost, Evolution Travel is the very first publicly traded network marketing company in the travel industry. We have a ticker symbol on the stock market. It is S as in Sam, I as in Igloo, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, SITS. That stands for Southern ITS International Incorporated, doing business as Evolution Enterprises LLC. So that means all of our books financially and on policies, all of that stuff is open to the United States government. We are not a pyramid scheme. We are not a Ponzi scheme. We are not a get rich scheme either. Okay, so ultimately, we're not, like I said, a get rich scheme. You will not hear anyone in the company say, come in today and tomorrow you're going to be a millionaire. No, what we're going to tell you is it's going to take a lot of hard work. But there are a lot of leaders at the top that are making six figures, and they can show you what they did to get there. So it's just like anything else. Any job you're in or whatever, you have to work. You have to put in the work to get there. But what Evolution Travel is a family of individuals. We're all working and helping each other to reach our goals. So I hope that this video maybe helped you look at some of the things that maybe were stalling you, and that you can reach out to me and, let's get you started. Or if you have questions about something or some other reason, let's talk about it and see what we can do about helping you get started building your legacy as a home-based travel agent. Thank you for stopping to listen, and I hope that you have a blessed day.